Hey all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there everybody, how are we doing today? Hopefully we are doing well. So I want to talk about the thing that's going viral with Wallow. Wallow is the other half of the Wallow and Gilly the Kid podcast. I don't watch their podcast mainly because I don't like Gilly. I don't be liking when I see Gilly on other stuff. His takes be wild. He be having a wild take. So I don't be liking it. Can y'all hear me? Because I know I'm speaking a little bit low. I kind of got my regular voice on. But in any case, Wallow was recorded, and it seemed like he was at some type of seminar or something that he was hosting or that he was the speaker at. And it seemed like he was speaking to a room full of business owners, majority Black business owners. And so I'm going to share just the clip that's been going viral. It's the only one that I've seen. And I want everybody to take in what it's saying. I'm going to let it go about 2 to 3 times so everybody can get the context for the conversation that we're about to have, because this isn't just going to be about Wallow's take, but about how we as a Black community view business, money, and each other in terms of our collective finances. Because the Black community has a very weird relationship with money and business. And I do believe that the mindset that we carry collectively, as it concerns business, as it concerns finances, things of that nature, I think mainly it has held us back. We don't know how to do business, mainly. We oftentimes don't know what it takes to have a business or to be in a business. And I think that it holds us back. So without further ado.
Us. Oh, I'm Black. Oh, Black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Now. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a Black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them deals where the fuck I want to spend it at. Whether it's Porsche, Ferrari, Land, I'm gonna do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm gonna tell you one thing, I ain't gonna be finessed off some Black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number 1 nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto. Us. Oh, I'm Black. Oh, Black people. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Kill that shit. Now. Either you got a good business or you don't. All that shit don't nobody want to hear that shit. That's a hustle. Support me because I got a Black business. Is your restaurant clean? Is the food good? Do you got consistent cooks? Is the material of your shit good? Stop doing that. Oh, you support the white people? No, I support consistency, baby. Yeah. Fuck about what color you is. I'm gonna spend my money. That paper, I'm gonna spend them deals where the fuck I want to spend it at. Grab his Porsche, Ferrari, Land. I'm going to do what the fuck I want to do while I'm here. But I'm going to tell you one thing, I ain't going to be finessed off some black shit. But one thing about it, 70% of you motherfuckers is not going to make it. I'm not no motherfucking fake ass motivational speaker that talk this dumb shit. I'm the number one nigga in the country. You know why? Y'all seen me come out of the penitentiary. I make millions and I make millionaires, baby. You understand me? I come from the ghetto.
Now, you all heard what he is saying. And I know some people agreed with what he was saying. Some people thought that he was doing too much, that he was incorrect, or what have you. Personally, I understood what he said and agree with him. He's not saying don't buy from a black-owned business. That's not what he's saying, because he's not even talking to the consumers in this instance. He's talking to the owners of the businesses. So he's not saying don't buy from black businesses or that a black business is not viable because it's owned by black people. That's not what he's saying. Because of the context, he's talking to business owners. Business owners cannot see themselves as a black business. They can be a black business, but they cannot see themselves as a black business. A business owner cannot see the emotion tied to it in business. They have to run the business, whatever business that they have, properly. What he's saying is when he says he's not going to be finessed off no black stuff, there are a couple of different points. Saying as a business owner, saying that you are a black business, I'm going to drop a bomb. Any black entrepreneur needs to listen very carefully, because I'm gonna drop a bomb that don't nobody tell us. When we go into business, and we're so very proud that we're able to go into business, which is just fine. It's wonderful. It's wonderful that we going into business. Thank you all for the cash apps, the early contributions. Thank you. It's wonderful that we have gotten our hobby or thought or good or service up to a point where we have entered the market to sell our services and goods. However, saying, and I want the black entrepreneurs here to listen up, but don't care how long you've been in business, whether you just started or you've been there. Saying we're black owned is not a brand, nor is it a marketing strategy. Saying that your business is black owned is neither a brand, nor is it marketing. That is not marketing. You being black owned is not your brand. That's not your brand. That's not your brand. And if that is your brand, you're in trouble. You're in trouble if being black owned is the hill you're dying on, and that in the hill that your business is going to die on, you're in trouble. You're in trouble. We're black owned. Okay. The reason why that is not a marketing strategy, or at least it's not a smart one, and it is not a smart branding strategy either, is because it does not satisfy the definition of either a brand or a good marketing strategy. When you have a brand, your brand is supposed to convey the value of the good or service that you offer. Your branding is supposed to convey the concept behind your business. It is supposed to convey the emotional output of your business, and it is supposed to give the consumer a particular thought or feeling about your product and your company. Your brand is supposed to inspire some kind of thought, and more importantly, an emotion out of your consumers. 100%, pretty much 100% of consumer purchases are emotional purchases. Even when we buy our necessities, that's emotional. Because when you go to buy soap, for instance, that's a necessity. People need soap. But your emotions are tied to particular brands, or you are averted away from particular brands due to however they have branded themselves and or your experience with that brand. So when you are branding your business, who it is owned by is not part of the brand. You're not part of the brand, or you shouldn't be. Whether or not you're Black and owning it, it should not be a part of the branding. The branding is supposed to convey a feeling, invoke an emotion, convey a particular kind of thought or perception about your business and what you are offering. It is also supposed to put in the people's minds whatever sense of value you're trying to instill. So when people see Apple, the perception for those customers who purchase Apple products is that Apple products are long lasting, that Apple products are superiorly constructed and made, that the hardware is exceptional. They come to rely upon it for security purposes. Rarely are iPhones and Macs breached by hackers and things of that nature. It is also a kind of status symbol to a certain degree. When you have a Mac, when you have an iPhone, that is the perception. And a customer's perception is the reality of your business. A customer's perception is the reality of your business. The customer's perception of your business is the reality of your business. Your brand is supposed to convey certain things about your business. Hopefully positive things to the majority of the target audience. In order to produce good marketing, you have to first know who is the targeted demographic and what are they most likely to respond positively to. That helps you to create a good marketing strategy. First, you have to figure out Who are you targeting? Who do you want to purchase your goods and your services? Who are your customers? You have to learn as much as you can about who these people are. You have to learn it, or else you can't sell anything to them, because you have to know what makes these people tick. Your customers, your customer base, or your potential customer base. What makes these people tick? What makes them purchase things? What makes them buy things? What makes them interested? What is their tax bracket, generally speaking? What's the range? Can they afford your services and goods? Are your services and goods priced properly? Do they want it? Are you fulfilling a need or a desire? Supply and demand. Know as much as you can about your targeted demographic. This helps you create a good marketing strategy. Now you can figure out what you have to say to them, what you have to show them. What do you have to tell them? What gets them in the door? What gets them on the website? What gets them interested in your product? It's 1,000,001 of whatever you got. How do you make yours stand out, and how do you make it appeal to them so that they see the value in what you offer? Because people will pay money when they think it's valuable. When it has added value to them, they'll pay their money for it. If they don't think that it's valuable to them, it doesn't matter how cheap you make it, they're not going to buy that. People are paying $1,200 or more for Galaxy S25s or whatever they on, and iPhone, whatever they're on. People are paying that money. It's a phone. But the perceived value of the phone is what makes them come out of their pocket. The people who are buying Androids are having good experiences with them. The people that repeatedly buy iPhones are having good experiences with them. That's why they keep coming back. That's why they keep paying. Okay? So if they perceive value, if you've done your marketing properly, then you have conveyed the value. You have convinced your customer base that what you have is valuable to them. It adds some kind of value to them, to their life. It enriches them somehow. It benefits them somehow, and they'll come off that money for it. It's the same thing here with me, with you guys. When I give you value, you hit super chats. When I do a show and y'all don't like it, y'all don't hit the super chat. It's the same thing. Value. Did I bring any value to you? Am I saying something? The subscribership tells me whether or not the content I offer is valuable or not. Can't get no traction? Then maybe what you have to say is either not valuable to the people that you're talking to, or you're talking to the wrong people with the message, or you're not stating the message correctly in a way that will appeal to people. right? It's the same concept. I can't all of a sudden start talking about hair and nails on this channel. Why not? Why can't I do that? I cannot start talking about hair and nails on this channel because it goes against my branding. That's not a part of my brand. That's not what my subscribers, my customers want from me. That's not what they want from me. They don't come here. You guys don't come here to hear that. Not from me. That's not the brand I built. That's not the atmosphere that has been created here. It's just not, it just don't fit. I can even tell when I talk about certain things on this channel, whether or not the people tune in, what they're here to hear. Now, sometimes I gotta say what I'm saying. Whether I think that my core audience wants to hear it or not. Sometimes I have to say, just like today, I have to say this. It's not a popular message. It would have been more popular had I started talking about Tracy Ellis Ross. And I know that. That video's doing numbers. However, this is an important topic. Now, I'm not going to get paid for this live stream like I'm going to get paid for that video. Okay? And this isn't me making the live stream about me. I'm using myself as an example for what I'm trying to tell you guys, because I'm sure that I have some entrepreneurs in this audience. And many of us don't know how to run a business. It's not our fault. However, it's not our fault that we don't know. It's our fault that we don't learn. Because we as a Black people, we have a very interesting and destructive relationship with the concept of money and business and finances. We have a very bad relationship with that. Saying that you're Black owned is not branding. It's not marketing. What it does, I'm going to tell you about that from a consumer, when something says such and such owned, the consumer's mind thinks that the owner or whoever's idea it was to put that it was woman owned, or that it was Black owned, or that it was this owned or that owned, that your goods and services are only for those people. The reason why being Black owned is not a brand or a market strategy is because whatever good and services that you offer, you don't just want Black people to take advantage of it. You don't. And that's actually one of the pitfalls of Black business owners. We will think of something that is specifically targeted at our audience. So when we open up restaurants, we want to open up soul food restaurants. That's fine. But we also have our marketing and our branding geared specifically towards Black people. That alienates all the other people who would come and eat that food. When it's a good Italian restaurant, you assume Italians own it. at some point. Somewhere up the line is Italians. But they don't market to Italians. They don't market to Italians. They don't play up on Italian culture necessarily. Because they want everybody to come eat the Italian food. They want everybody. They don't care who you are. They want everybody to come eat their food. Yes, it is an Italian cuisine. They don't care. They want you to eat it. Because it's not they're not just relying on their community to fund their business. They're relying on everybody to come patronize their businesses. The nail shop, the Philippines that be owning the nail shops aren't in their neighborhood. The reason that their money circulates their community is because they take that money back to their community. But the patrons of their business are not their own. And they don't market to them. They don't market to them. They market towards the people that are going to find value in what they have. We like to market specifically to Black people. That only works depending on what kind of business you got, I guess. But it makes your customer base small. Generally speaking, entrepreneurs and business owners are selling goods and services that anybody can buy, more or less. Then we're not restricting our customer base to a particular race or a particular place. Anybody that fits within that demographic, those are our customers. And that's who we're talking to. So when we market to them, we're not marketing to them based on what color they are, this and that. We're marketing to them based on what's important to them and what links them together, what makes them the customer base. What do they all have in common? What do they want? Why do they want what we have to offer? So back when, and this is when I didn't know nothing about no business. I knew absolutely nothing about no business. And this is why my business failed, because I didn't know anything about it. But years and years and years ago, this is probably early, mid 2000s, when I was making soap, I understood nothing about business. I was the technician. I was the one who knew the skill of making it. I was creative. I could make any soap that you wanted. I can make the lotion and the body butter, and I could do all of that. I didn't know about how to market, how to brand, how to look up who my demographics were, who these people are, why would they buy soap. The only thing I knew very, very, very little about that. One thing I understood, a couple of things I understood about it. I knew that I'm not competing for the customers who only want to go in Walmart and buy a 10-pack bar Irish Spring. That's not my customer. That's not my customer. Because the soap that I make, I can't bring the price that low for them. I can't give them a 10-pack for $5. Can't do it. So my demographic was a customer who maybe had a little bit more thought about what they put on their skin. A lot of these people are the same people that'll eat a vegetarian dinner, or these are the same people that'll shop at a Whole Foods and they like organic stuff. These are those people. The people who were my customers, or who I thought my customers were, they were those people. These are the people who are reading soap packages and don't want no sulfates in it and all that kind of stuff. Those are those people. So those people would actually pay me anywhere from $5 to $7 to $8 for a bar of soap. The other thing that I realized is I didn't want to tell people or make it a part of my branding that it's Black owned. When I had my shop on Etsy, they didn't know who I was. I let the product speak for itself. The people who knew me, but the average customer didn't know who I was. So they could neither purchase because I was Black or avoid me because I was Black, because that happens as well. People will avoid your business because you're saying, well, it's Black owned, because of the various stigmas, many of which are negative, which are attached to it's Black owned. People automatically think about inferior service or quality. And those people who have a racial bias won't buy it, even if they wanted it, even if your service is dope, even if your goods are the best, they won't do it out of spite. A lot of times, for some of the most widely used products, goods, and services, we don't know who the CEOs are. We don't know who. We assume everybody white, but we don't know. There are a lot of Black-owned businesses and Black CEOs that never tell nobody that they Black. They never do it. They don't never say it. Because for them, it's not about that. They don't want people to be looking at it with a certain concept, because I said at the beginning, the customer's perception of your business is the reality of your business. It's the reality. So you, as the business owner, you have to craft their perception. You make them have a perception. You make the perception. You make it. That's what marketing is. That's what branding is. Make the people think what you want them to think about your business. And then you back that up with good business practices, great customer service, and relatability to them, and a great product. That's going to do it every time, because they're not going to be able to deny the reality of the product. It works. It works exactly how you said it was going to work, and it do what you said it was going to do and more. This is why certain brands have a certain people's perception of them. Whether they always live up to that perception or not, certain brands have a certain perception. And we're going to talk about that and our interesting dynamic with business and money and all of that good stuff. But after these messages, we'll be right back. So I need everybody to go to ashkicking.com. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you need to keep your skin looking and feeling its absolute best, then you need to get this body butter that's right here on the screen. ashkicking.com. Some great stuff, very smooth. It smells wonderful. It absorbs into your skin very quickly and leaves you soft all day. If this is going to be the first order, then you need to take advantage of the 10% discount using the promo code Crimson at checkout. Once again, the link is pinned to the top of the chat, ashkicking.com. Oh, you guys are bam, 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 bam. You got to hit the like button, bam, bam. You got to, Thank you, Lucid Experience, that you're not saying anything wrong. This is useful information for content creators too. Thank you for saying that, because a lot of content creators who want their channels to grow don't operate it like a business, but you kind of have to do with that. Thank you, Teresa. Say, hey, Twin, in order for people to truly understand how to operate and own a business, they must first learn how they themselves operate inside and out psychologically and live completely in the literal truth of the word. Thank you so very much. Thank you, Miss Mia, for your super sticker. I appreciate you too, sweetheart. I want to talk about what Terenzo said, which is actually rather important. In order to operate their own business, they have to learn how they themselves operate inside and out. That is key, because who you are, your business will be that. Whoever you are, whatever qualities you embody, your business will reflect it. If you are chaotic, never on time, never organized, guess what your business is going to be? If you're a not on time, never organized person, your business is not going to be organized and on time. It's not. You're going to be everywhere. You're going to have this not done. That's not going to be finished. That's going to be done. Too much time spent over here. Not enough time spent over there. Too much money doing this part. Not enough money doing that part. Oh man, we ain't even got no money for that part. That part, you need that part? Wait a minute. Nobody told me you needed that part. This is how a lot of us operate as Black people. Why a lot of our businesses do not last. Not only is it in general, no matter who owns a business, businesses have almost a 50% chance of failure depending on what business you have. But we fail a lot of times, not even due to the fact that the business concept was not viable. It's just the way we run it is crazy. We run it like a madhouse. We run our businesses like Arkham Asylum, and we want them to work. We think too many of us are the technicians. We think because we have the skill to do something that we can run the business. That's not always true. You have to learn how to do the business part. We think if we know how to cook, we need to be in a restaurant somewhere. You know how to run a restaurant? You know what the overhead gonna be? Where should you put this restaurant? Who's in the neighborhood with this restaurant? What kind of foot traffic you gonna get with this restaurant? I don't care if you got the best collard greens in the whole United States of America. If you put that restaurant in the wrong spot, or it ain't never open when it said it was gonna be open, you're gonna fail. And a lot of us, we do that. We run our business. I call it ninja business. And you know what I'm talking about. We run ninja business. We think everything is a homeboy and a sister girl, and our customers want to relate to us like that. No, they don't. Newsflash. No, they don't. No, they don't. Many of the things we need, we don't know who own that stuff, make that stuff, who sell it. We don't care. Long as it's at the store when we want it, for the price we want it at. That's what we care about. Turkey Leg Hut is a perfect example. They was running ninja business. Not keeping the books right, talking to folk any kind of way. And their marital problems reflected within how the business was being ran. And they ran it into the ground. They ran it into the ground. Don't be taking me back to my childhood. Oh, this talking about no Buddy Bear. Do not take me back to Buddy Bear. Okay, Buddy Bear was the store baby. We love us some Buddy Bear. Okay. With the little bear, he would look back with the little shopper car. I remember Buddy Bear. Some of the most successful business owners leave race and all of that out of it. They leave it out of it. And maybe it isn't that it's not important to them personally. They just If I blanked out for you, just refresh and come back. If I blanked out for you, refresh it and come back. However you run yourself is how you're going to run your business. And a lot of times Black people, we have a crazy way that we even operate. We think everything is supposed to be this kumbaya community business. It's not a community business. Your patrons are your patrons. They're your customers. They should be treated well. They should be given the best way to treat your customers well is to offer them the best product, good, or service that you could possibly put out. Because other Black people are not your only sales base, customer base. Everybody should be your customer base. Stop opening your business late all the time. Stop if you stop not ordering enough of your inventory and y'all always out. Nobody likes to shop in a store where the shelves are half empty. I think you're broke. I don't want to go in there. What's in here? Stores that get the most customer traffic, whether it's online or foot traffic, brick and mortar, are the ones that have a full shelf. You go in and you perceive that the shelves are full. This store is well stocked. People have shopped at plenty of stores or stopped shopping at stores because they don't seem to be well stocked, or this store is pretty much always very well stocked. They have the things that I want. I always come here because of that reason. We're inconsistent time, inconsistent quality control, inconsistent customer service, inconsistent whatever it is that we're doing. We're very inconsistent about it. And we always think we're supposed to have grace, or that our customers owe us grace. No, they do not. The consumer market is very fast-paced and very judgmental. Every ad or commercial or piece of marketing, you only got about the first 3 to 5 seconds to capture someone and convince them to either continue to watch the commercial or convince them that they want what you got. So that a commercial might be 30 seconds. The 27 seconds of that is useless. The first 3, that's what you got. So there is another facet as well to the Black business. Sometimes people use that as the thing that lets the customer know you're probably going to be disappointed in one or more aspects of our business, but just patronize it anyway because we're nice people. You're probably going to be disappointed in one or more aspects of this business, but just patronizing anyway because we're Black and we're trying and we're nice people. That's not going to get it. That's not going to get it. That doesn't do it. That don't do what we think it do. All of this, well, we're Black owned and stuff like that, is rooted in Black people don't have nothing that we own, and we don't open businesses, and we don't run anything, which is actually not true. That's an old narrative. Well, we just did get the ability to own stuff, so it's Black owned. We've been had the ability to own stuff. We've been had the ability to start a business. It's easier now to do that than ever because a lot of businesses are e-commerce and you never even got to show your face. Stop talking about we don't be having them, so we just be trying to, show everybody who you proving it to? Who are you proving it to that you can have a business? Furthermore, we don't even know what a business actually is. We may have a good that we sell, a product that we sell, but a business consists of a strategy and a system that can be repeated over and over for scalability. Think McDonald's. Businesses have employees. Businesses have a structure. Who does what? This person is responsible for these things. This person responsible for these things. This person responsible for these things. And these people are accountable to this person. And these people have, it's a system. And you have to come up with, okay, this is how we produce the good. This is how much it consistently costs to produce this good. This is how much it consistently costs to offer this good at retail. This is how much it consistently costs to offer it at wholesale. This is how much it consistently costs for us to garner our customers. How much does our marketing cost? Do we even have a marketing budget? A lot of us, we be thinking small. And we wonder why our businesses can't scale. We wonder why we can't grow them. And the business dies with us. That's because we make the business us. We doing everything. That only works at the beginning. You might have to do everything. But at the same time, you should be developing a system, jotting down. Once you find out what actually works versus what you thought worked, you have to write that down. Okay, this is how this, just like if I was baking something and I found a good recipe, you would write that recipe down. You wouldn't eyeball it or try to think of another recipe. If I'll bake the cake and everybody loves this cake, then I have to consistently make the cake like this so that they can have a consistent experience eating that cake. It can't taste like this 1 month and the next time they come in here to get a slice, it tastes different. No. If I make cakes and cookies and people love the cakes and cookies, they got the recipe got to be exact. The time that I spent put it in the oven got to be exact. The time that I let the yeast rise got to be exact. The time that all of that stuff got to be exact so that the quality is consistent. So that every time I offer the chocolate cake, it's the same chocolate cake. Every time I offer the cookie, it's the same cookie. Subway subs is the same everywhere. McDonald's burgers the same everywhere. None of them taste no different. You've been in one, you've been in all of them. Big Macs taste the same. The sauce is the same. The bread is the same. The way they put the sandwich together, the same. The way it's all the same so that you can get a consistent experience. You know what you're going to get when you walk in there. Whether you want to say it's low quality or whatever the case may be, you know what you're getting, though. You know what you're getting. You know what it is. That is how these places continue to make it. Even though we know that it's pink slime in the McDonald's chicken nuggets, and even though we know that the fast food industry is no good for your health and all, they keep thriving because of, if nothing else, they're consistent. The branding is consistent. The food, consistent. The way the places look, consistent. The way the uniforms are, consistent. The way the stuff tastes, consistent. The way... When a customer likes something and they like an experience that they had at a store or online or with a product or with a service, they coming back because they want it again. They want that again, not something else. That's how a lot of businesses lose their business. We're inconsistent all the time. Did I stutter? Every McDonald's is the same thing. The menu, the same. They all got Big Macs, quarter pounders with cheese, McChickens. They got something else? You ran into a McDonald's that don't do that? And if you do run into a McDonald's that don't uphold whatever people come to expect is a McDonald's, it's not gonna work. We're not in China, boo-boo. We in America. But I bet you every McDonald's in China doing the same thing that every other McDonald's in China is doing. Because McDonald's is a brand no matter where they are. And their policies and their concept for their brand is what it's going to be. Now, they may change their menu items to a whole different country than where it originated. As Black people, I'm going to start wrapping this up. As Black people, we got a weird relationship with businesses and money and things of that nature. I'm going to touch this part too. We don't like helping Black people, don't like helping Black-owned businesses to transcend our community. We as Black people, as the consumer part, don't like to patronize or support Black-owned businesses that transcend our community. We don't like to see them growing. If they started out a community store, community restaurant, a community, we be feeling betrayed to a certain degree when they go outside of the community and run their business too. Why they putting it over there? Shea Moisture was a good example. Shea Moisture was marketed to like Black people or whatever. Or rather it was Black owned at one point. And then they started marketing to other people. And Black people got mad. We always think we selling out when our business expands beyond the block. And they start seeing that same business franchised throughout other communities or whatever. Then they sold out. They going over there. Yeah, we going over there. What? What, the black dollar wasn't good enough? I'm trying to get all the dollars. Excuse me. Exactly. Run a floor restoration business, taking videos and things of that nature. You a pop on TikTok with some before and afters. If your work is the bomb, you a pop on TikTok, baby. They'll be all over you on TikTok. That stuff will go viral. Oh man, look at him. Restored that wood floor. That wood floor was shot. And Elder B and Company came through. Refinished that floor. Refinished it, varnished it. Oh man, it looks so shiny, like a new floor. You a pop. And ain't gotta say, I'm Black owned, because you ain't trying to just do Black people flow. I'm trying to do everybody flow. I don't care if you an alien off Futurama. I want to do your flow too. I'm gonna do your flow too. Your flow getting done. The flow of that UFO spaceship getting redone. The flow getting redone. Oh, you can't source the material on Earth? Well, you go ahead and go to the outer rim, get the space material. We gonna refinish the space material. Don't play with me. We really don't like to see each other prosper a lot of times. We don't like each other getting rich or getting wealthy beyond what we think Black people are supposed to get. We would not support a Black Jeff Bezos. We wouldn't support that. We would think that a Black Jeff Bezos was a sellout. Why he don't just sell Black business stuff? He don't just, put a spotlight on Black businesses on Amazon. Why he only just said, it's just the money for them. That is why we're getting into business, beloved. Newsflash to Black people. Black people get into business to make money. We get into the business for the same reason everybody else go into business, to make as much money as we possibly can, hand over fist. What is you saying? Yeah, I would like to be wealthy, especially depending on what kind of business I got and how wealthy it could possibly make me. Now, some businesses don't get into millions of dollars. Some of them do. Watch Shark Tank. It be some of the doofiest stuff that people be selling. They be making millions of dollars worth of sales, and ain't nobody never heard of them. Stop it. We are not confined to making only products that Black people will buy or only products that Black people will approve of. You make whatever it is you make and sell, or you produce and sell, or you whatever it is, good services, product, whatever you have that you think fulfills a need, and you think that you are the best and most capable to fulfill that need, and you have good branding and marketing, or you can work with somebody that can show you about good branding and marketing, it can show you things about business that you don't know, and so that you don't have to make every single mistake in the book, and you can be more successful than not. A Black-owned clothing brand ain't supposed to get as big as Gucci, Louis, and Prada. Why not? Why not? We think if we get into the clothing business, we got to make urban clothes, i.e. ghetto hood clothes, or African themed clothing. No, you don't. No, you don't. Quiet Face said, thank you, Quiet Face said, customers don't get grace to earn their money. Don't expect them to give any when they try to spend it. Thank you, Dr. Steele said, programs like Kitchen Nightmares, Hotel Hell, and Bar Rescue show businesses cannot be how business cannot be run. Those businesses embody everything you talked about. Exactly. That's why I used to see not only Shark Tanks, but start watching Kitchen Nightmares and Bar Rescue and see why those people are in trouble. The majority of the time, it's because of they run the business how chaotically they think and live. And that's why their business be failing. Thank you, Ruminant. Say you hit nerves. Most of us are inconsistent and can't keep it about business. We stay in our feelings. Thank you. Thank you. Mayor says spitting knowledge. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, J-Dub said, for what you do. All praise is due to the Most High. I appreciate you. And thank you, Black Male Spirituality said, why can't we expand to be huge like everyone else? Thank you so very much for all of your contributions and rocking with me. For those of you, listen, you want your membership. We've already started movie night, so we hitting it again this Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be watching movies again, but this is only for the members. So if you got a membership, come into the regular Discord. Somebody put my Discord link from the description box into the chat. Just click the link come into the Discord if you're a member, and put if your YouTube name is different than your Discord name, drop your YouTube name so I can check and see if you're a member or not. All right. We're going to end up getting out of here, but first,
all of these styles and designs can be found at our Etsy shop in the description below. Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. Etsy.com. Follow us on IG at Aaliyah's Unique Boutique.
So what you want to do is go and check out Aaliyah's Unique Boutique so that you can get you some wonderful handcrafted earrings. We're going to go ahead and pin the link for you guys. Let me put the link. All right, there you go. If you want to get you some hand-painted, handcrafted earrings, they're beautiful, they're wonderful. Definitely hit the link that is now pinned to the top of the chat, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. Go ahead. The inventory is updated on a regular basis. So if you go there, you don't quite see what you want right now, go back in a few days. You'll definitely see something that you want and that you love. And once you want it and love it, go ahead and make that purchase, because each pair of earrings is a one of one. There are no duplicates. There are no, it's not, you're not going to run into another woman with the same pair of earrings like ever. All right. So you definitely want to hit the link at the top of the chat, Aaliyah's Unique Boutique. Go ahead and check out those beautiful earrings. Thank you for rocking with me. Jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.